The London job 3 begins. That's the eagle used by two. It could be. That's the eagle used by Robert Wood for picking up Phyllis Dawson. Was her name? Dimmock. That's it. Phyllis. Well done, Phyllis Dimmock. Yeah, or her real name was Emily Jane. I think it was Emily. Yeah, but Phyllis Dimmock was a professional whore name. And this is Ivor Street, so we're here to see. No, we're here to kill some mice. Okay, so this is where it gets confusing. We have 1A, then 2A, then 1, then 2. So we're presuming that that is where Piercy actually killed the hogs, in the kitchen at the back. But of course it could be that one. It was probably that one. And at the bottom of Ivor Street, the famed railway arch. Actually slightly smaller than you'd think it is, but nevertheless just as dark and just as scary. Well, actually no, when you stand close to it, it's as big as you'd think. So that's looking up Ivor Street. And that's not. Let's take a walk in her footsteps. Now, which side would she have been on? Could it have been this side? Could it have been that side? It's probably this side. So there's the guys, the international contingent. There we are, now down Agar Grove, and this is number 29. So this is the site of the Camden Town murder of Phyllis Dimmock by Robert Wood. Although he was acquitted, we all know he did it. And that's the first floor where it occurred. No, it's actually Phyllis Dimmock and her husband lived here. But this is where Robert Wood supposedly killed her. I'm not a genius, I just swatted up on the train this morning, I'll be honest.
Didn't they look through a window? Didn't they look through a window?
No. That's...
I really don't know what the picture is.
On the way to meet Glenn at King's Cross, and this could be the cause of 100 comments, so fill in your own. So we've come out now to Colney Hatch Lunatic Asylum. Come to Colney Hatch Lunatic Asylum, luxury living and a healthy lifestyle. So, we gained permission from the sales office to look around the outside. So we're inside Colney Hatch. We do, yeah. This is the view Aaron Kosminski would have had as he's being dragged down here. Maybe not dragged, maybe taken calmly.
With his hands tied behind his back.
Absolutely. And of course it all depends if we're only talking about one man here, if we're talking about another one as well. Martin Fido, elucidate. Here's the doorway in, which we're not doing because it's members club and things like that. That's part of it. Some of the inmates being taken for daily exercise. It's Aaron Kosminski and Nathan Kaminski. are starting their basket weaving lessons up there. Oh, you're escaping. That's a couple of visitors. At least they think they are. Then again, the one on the left thinks he's Napoleon, and that the taller one standing next to him does believe he is Jesus Christ. The very fountain from which Aaron Kosminski would choose to drink, were he able. Is it original? Is it modern? You decide. Here's one of the wings of the building, looking remarkably like a prison block in my opinion. Oh, they decided to come back. They couldn't cope in the real world. This is a tree being restrained for its madness. This was actually a human being. We were so mad, he actually changed species.
That is chain. See?
Ah, yes.
Super.
Original. Okay, we're nowhere near St Islington and St Pancras Cemetery now. Zoom out a bit. There we are. Spooky Road. So we're now in Islington and St Pancras Cemetery, trying to find amongst tens of thousands of graves the spot of the burial of Cora Crippen when the office is closed at a weekend. And oh, it's there we are, it's just over there. That's it, no, missed it, no, your problem. Leaving Islington and St Pancras Cemetery, having successfully found the grave of Cora Crippen, which we decided not to film, or take any photographs of, or even read.
I've got a photograph.
Yeah, it's just not taken now.
Oh no, that's someone else.
Let other people have the fun as well.
So, quite tired, in need of sit down and drink. So, just stopped off for a drink. Quiet drink before I go on away again. We've been joined by Stuart Evans and Don Rumbelow and Paul Begg, Martin Fido, Keith Skinner, Tony Williams. They're all yeah, they're all actually just having a drink inside the pub at the moment, so you won't see them, but they're all here. They're all here, just supporting us in our endeavours to find the grave of Cora Crippen. Hey, Christian.
Yeah, found the graveyard of Cora Crippen.
Yeah, well done. One of 10,000. That's like Cornwall's DNA, isn't it? Well done.
Piece of it wasn't attached in the farm, so it was just laying loose there.
Right, and turn the screen around. There we are. No idea what we're doing next. No idea what we've done so far. Actually, everything's been forgotten. No idea what's happening at all. So, thank you for that, Glenn. Very good. Well done. Well, we should be going on to Vine Court now, because Glenn wants to see the site of the Wainwright murder.
Could commit the murder here, so make it
It's
more
true.
interesting.
Christian suggested we could commit a murder here. I think about 30 seconds ago, most of us would have been quite glad to have committed a murder.
Yeah.
But it's quiet now. It's quiet now. Men waiting for bus.
How do we get up? The bus is coming.
That's Rob curb crawling.
So what do I tell him where I want to go?
Archway Station, yeah. After hours on buses and things like that, we're now in New Street, around the Liverpool Street area, to trace the spot where Joe Barnett moved after he killed Mary Jane Kelly. Oh, I wasn't going to say that.
Did you say Joseph Barnett or George Hutchinson this time?
No, I said Joseph Barnett this time.
Buildings on the right would be St Catherine's Dock warehouses, not the Catherine's Dock. That's another warehouse called St Catherine's Dock.
Was that with a K or with a C, these ones?
K.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's the same spelling as St Catherine, the well-known St Catherine's Dock. It's where Leanne got confused.
Right.
This building here.
Whoa. That's me falling over.
St Catherine's Dock by Tower Bridge.
Are they still on surveillance?
So it is either
Much police.
16 or 24 or 26.
So where did you stay?
Stuart Evans, you're needed.
I still can't figure out. I've been down this several times. I still can't figure out.
What?
I think
We're not having much luck finding it. If it does exist, it's in hiding. No, we're going to have no luck.
Police were at the back of Bishopsgate Police Station.
Oh, really? Good night, missus. Please pull the door to. All right then, good night, old cock. Walking the final walk of Catherine Eddowes, even if it is a different location. And we are staggering off, claiming to be sober, but clearly not, in the direction of Mitre Square.
This is some kind of
What
special
confused
unit.
me, because the top of the building says 21 on there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if 24 would be down there. In this case, would it be one of these?
This is true, but there's no building entrances down there on this side. It's curious. This is going to be the next Where is 29 Aldgate High Street, this one.
Building, man.
It's possible. But there's no doors in it. And it's not very likely to have been a DOS house.
I think this is number 12. 12, 12.
I'm not going to ask you now what you're doing.
Yeah, well, you're filming back at the police station. Now, could this be the site where Joe Barnett moved to? Who knows? This is now called Cock Hill, but it's going to need some old-fashioned maps.
Another cock up there, look. Cocks everywhere. Help, please.
Nothing to do with the ghost.
In here, good in there.
Ghost.
Who knows where it could have been? Franklin doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, on the morning of 9th of November, somebody came past her and says, have you heard about a murder? And she said no, and the ghost says, well, I know more about it than you do, if I remember correctly.
And
There's someone in his corner.
They had a sign there. Here was a Jack the Ripper lost scene for many years. But
Yeah,
it's
the King's
gone now.
Doors. So this building isn't the original building, because I think it says it was rebuilt 1899.
Great. Every place is closed. Day before yesterday, I was looking for some pub on the corner of Stewart Street and Rushmore Street.
Here we are. Artillery Passage. Hardly a London job place at all, for it is so popular. I know, it's not rare, but there we are. It's an early view of it with its degree of restoration. As you can see, it's now complete with poles on the outside to impale the severed heads of criminals. Now I'll walk down Fashion Street towards a meal at Brick Lane with the familiar smell of urine. Well, the building seems to be coming down. Great shame, because it looks very good from the outside. This is at the end of Fashion Street. It's on the south-east side of it. So someone out there should know what this building was.
It's the Moorish market coming from there, is it?
That's something you know, is it?
Not recall that. I'm not too sure.
I never even heard of it.
Thank you. Moorish market, I think.
Mind you, if you look at the architecture there, I'd probably say it was.
Yeah.
Why have I never heard of it? Does it post-date the Ripper?
I read about it. I even knew the name who built the bloke who built it. But,
Mr. Moore.